A very warm welcome to the Vineyard to the Vineyard podcast. Your weekly dose of laughter, banter, and a whole lot of realness. Now we are in much better spirits because the weighty matters have been spoken about. They've been dispensed with, and this time round we realized I don't know.
Kai.
Hi Mo.
Did I? Ama niombe nita. Akate tu hapo.
Mutifia? Where is Mutifia?
I don't know. Oh, that was bad. Oh, okay, sorry. I don't know how we have gotten to the place where we have not yet spoken about money, but today is that day. We don't even want to waste too much time because these are also weighty matters, but in a different way. Because if there's one thing that will eat you alive and stress you in your 20s, why? Money or the lack thereof?
Oh, yes.
The lack thereof is a good motivator.
Is a very good motivator. Money in your 20s is actually just, I think, your late teens and your 20s. It's a very complicated thing, and today we just want to deep dive into our journey with money, our relationships with money, our spending habits, and also just see some practical things that we have learned the hard way. Wengine wenu amsha mmekuwa conned, wengine wenu amsha
Say the corny.
Desperation is a bad thing.
Hebu msiseme hivyo, nimeona vitu online zinakosa kufika.
Wewe ndio utakuwa.
Aya, umeoda ulikuwa that serious?
I've ordered my hairs, my G.
Hey, okay.
Tuanze kujianika as early as now in this episode. As early as now. My first question to you guys. Briefly describe in the way you feel, as animated as possible, how your relationship with money has been ever since you became cognizant. You know, not that time of when we're about to pocket money. I mean, ever since you became cognizant of money, its value, and as soon as you started handling it and being responsible for things, how has your relationship with money been? Let's go.
Please, Mr. Economist, start us off.
Hey, we have an economist
So
on this panel.
From I think from an economical point of view, money is just a means. It just holds utility. It's just for facilitation. But for Timo,
Which is the focus for today.
No, for Timo.
it's not the economist, because economically speaking, you gather money to facilitate things in your life, whether it's recurrent expenditure, whether it's investment, and all those other things. But for me, so let me explain how my money habits have been formulated. My mom is a strict saver. My father is, when he has money, you'll know.
YOLO.
When he's broke,
There
you
will
also know.
There will be signs.
And when he's broke, there also will be signs.
I like it.
Ataacha kuita out, anaanza kula kitheri, unashangaa mzee.
Hana taste tena ya chakula. Food is food.
So
food
for
is
me,
food.
my relationship with money has been, and it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
If I budgeted 4,000, and I
Yes.
told Sonia this,
Yeah.
I finished the 4,000.
Yeah.
It has to find.
I remember that time we were planning something. Then I'm like, Timo, umenunua maswiti za karibu 7,000.
Yani he has to finish.
He has to. If
It was budgeted for.
If you have said this is the amount of money I'm spending on this,
Uh-huh.
that is the amount of
and
money.
I'd set it aside. If I said I was spending 10,000 on clothes, nipate mali cheap. Let me tell you, naweza nunua beli yote. Because I don't know why your pesa inaniwashanga.
Ikiwa kwa mfuko.
Na naambianga bro, taacha hiyo jeans
Usually,
TV.
utache.
Soon after that, Ajulisanga, like, was that necessary? Did I even need that shirt? So my relationship with money currently, but it's evolving. It's now coming to the point of the need to, now it's becoming a source of security. The need to have a bit of financial independence. So there's overspending. And I remember I wanted to buy a new phone and had some money. Then I went for Easter. Then my auntie asked me something. She said, don't buy something you don't really need right now. If you are to look in your life, if you buy it, it won't change anything about it. And I was like, okay, if I buy a new phone, it won't change that much about me. So hiyo pesa ya simu nikasema okay, kaa kando. I nearly ate that money. So nikaweka kwa bank. So right now my relationship with money is there needs to be somewhere where that money is going to. So that's how my relationship is becoming. So is this money going towards my entertainment? How much? Is this money going towards my biashara? How much? Is this money going towards, because I need to buy clothes, is this money going towards how I look and my presentation? So, and how much? So right now my money is finding places to go to. Before it was, I had the idea, but I thought, now I'm writing it down. I have a dinner. How much will that cost me? Let me put 2,500. Buffer isipite 3.5. Ikipita 3.5, send your dinner.
Yes.
You know, now I'm beginning to write those things down because I discovered kuisema kwa kichwa ni kitu very different. Utakuwa na 10,000 kwa simu ukwe na sijakula ice cream. Na kuna yogurt fulani imesifiwa.
Hata niende. Yeah.
Those are the things that and understanding my cravings has helped, knowing okay, and also planning for them. Funny enough, there was someone who was saying, don't be very mean to yourself. Plan around your pitfalls. If you know,
I agree.
If you know,
who am I supposed to please?
Unasema
not myself.
kuchocha watu guys. But they were saying, if you know your pitfalls, plan around. Say, you know, normally like for me, food is your pitfall. Utaenda try a new restaurant.
You waste money around food.
So say, in 1 week I've put 1,000 shillings for snacks or 2,000 for snacks. Ikipita that 2,000, now I'm abusing the money. You know, but budget for your pitfalls. And I like that idea because most of the times you don't budget for it, then you end up spending so much money on that one area. But funny enough, when you budget around it, you gather discipline. It starts inaanza kupungua. You used to snack 2,000, now you're snacking 1,500. Sasa but ni maongo. Sasa hot dog inacha kwa interesting. It goes like that. So that's how my relationship is. So
nice. Awesome. Yes, Madam Wakili.
Wa. I am an extremist, I guess, with my money.
Yeah.
Let me start from way back. So ever since I was young, I knew I wanted a grandiose life. And I knew that the only way to be able to get to that grandiose life is if I had money.
Yes.
So I started venturing into very many things from a very young age. So every single time I'd go somewhere, and I think I've always been the type of person who's paid for my speaking a lot. So I would go somewhere and I'd participate in children activities and whatever, and then I'm given like a 200 bob on one Saturday. I am like, I must give 20 bob for tithe. So I was very
good.
I was commended as a child in my previous church because the treasurer used to find ka 20 bob kwa bahasha kila weekend, kila ka 20 bob kwa bahasha kama nilikuwa jina yangu vizuri sana hiyo wakati sijui mbona tuko nikaa jina zetu, but anyway, I was commended in front of the church because of being a faithful tither of 20 bob from my 200.
faithful with the little.
I'm telling you. So I started that from a very young age. I was the type of child who, if I needed a book, I would just ask mom to boost me because I already have money. So I'd be like, this is what I have. If you can add for me, I can be able to get that book or a revision book or whatever I need. If I wanted something, I had something to be matched. So I always just kind of required match funding, but I would earn my other half.
Yeah.
So growing up, let me say, now I look at my relationship with money, I think I would say I'm prudently frugal. And I get that term from the Jewish phenomenon. It's a fantastic book. Talks about how the Jews are able to create multi-billion businesses that can even withstand generations. Yeah. Why I say I'm prudently frugal with my money is because I learned the principle of my money coming to find work instead of my money coming and then I decide on work for it beforehand. So I used to have a budget for it. I would say, nitakuwa na 10 bob ya sadaka, nitakuwa na nini. So when my money comes, it already has a plan of how it's going to be working. So that was me growing up. Then when I grew up, now the budget increases a little bit. Indulgences increase.
Of course.
And I dare say that one of my biggest spendings has been shoes. And I've been called out.
I had to call out before this. Asiwadanganya. Here we say the truth.
Oh my gosh. And I think that comes from, I used to love beautiful shoes a lot. And I used to imagine, kwanza, when you walk around town and then you're seeing these stalls where there are beautiful shoes.
Yeah.
And then I used to see myself and I'd think, Lord, when I grow up, I want to be able to afford shoes like this. And I would be looking so nice when I go to the office and something like that. With God. I remember one time, and I think I've probably ever said this, I hit my head on a screen when I wanted to show my mom that shoe in a
shop.
Then God, hawakujua ni wapi huko, labda nilicrack na hawajui. I loved the shoes in that place. And I thank God that I'm able to afford buying shoes in that place.
Oh, wow.
And I get most of my pairs from there.
You can know the
nowadays.
shop
Backyard.
My backyard shoes. My gosh.
Backyard.
I tell you, I love shoes and I spend mine there. So my relationship with money is my money finds work to do already. So I don't operate. My money has classes and categories. So I never operate with money that I don't have. I operate with money that I have. But the money that I have, most of the time, is not accessible immediately.
Yeah.
I lock my money a lot because I know that I might just decide that today, you know what? I want to be happy. I want to.
I
live
deserve
nice.
this.
I deserve it. I've been working so hard.
Utadedi unasave.
And I might find that I've used 10,000 without thinking.
Mi
So
siwezi fika hapo. Ametu
I
Kikuyu.
can spend preposterously.
10,000.
So that's why, because I know that I have that temptation every once in a while, the only way I can be able to curb that is to put my money where it is a hassle to access it. So by the time I am going to access it and whatever, that urge and the lust to use it has already dissipated, because when I needed it, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So nice to, we've never even had this conversation
We've
offline.
never.
So now I'm learning a lot of things from you guys.
You?
Anyway.
How's your relationship with money?
I think for me, where Timo started is where I've always seen money as just a means for the things that I want and the things I want to do. And I am very thankful to have a very financially literate mother.
For sure.
But
this shows us a date.
Yeah. Look
should
for
see
her.
this if you're
She's on
watching.
sabbatical. Look for her.
The 1 year.
Stop, Anika.
Oh, sorry. Usisikisa hiyo.
Yeah, so a lot of my financial literacy came from my mom from a very young age. Long before MMFs became a trend. Long before they became a trend, like right now. My mom taught us the saving culture and about the principle of how money compounds and how it's very unwise to store your money in a bank because it's dead. It's not doing anything for you.
It's not growing.
It's not growing. Exactly. And so from a very young age, I remember even when we would have class parties and stuff like that, we would be given a fixed amount of money and would walk around the supermarket with a calculator with my sister. So you're told,
Nice.
you have 500, for example. And I remember it became 500 when we were much bigger. When we were younger, it used to be like 300. So you're there choosing between popcorn and crisps, between juice and dairy fresh, between, understanding that you have a finite amount of money. You don't just get to spend things and pick things and throw in a cart the way you want. And so honestly, I can say I have been very disciplined around money from a young age until I started to get my own. Yeah. Woo.
You are faithful over others, but not your own.
Yeah. And there's something when you work hard for money and then it hits your account. That urge to just reward yourself. Whew, it's strong. And so I am in a season of now relearning. In fact, it's just like 2 months ago is when I came up with a financial tracker. I have now an Excel sheet that I am very serious because I want to be able to track every last shilling that leaves my account. Because I remember there are times I would ask for my M-Pesa statement in a month and I get depressed because I have shopped and shopped. Especially I'm a victim of Instagram shopping. Hey. And clothes. For me, it's clothes and makeup. I will buy even foundation even for 7,000. I'll just buy. I will buy because it makes me happy. And so, yeah, I'm in a season of relearning how to just balance that and also diversify. But I know we'll get to that because if you want to live comfortably, you have to have you have to panga yourself properly. Yeah, so that's been my relationship with money. I want to ask us now, what is one piece of advice that you have learned. You could have picked it up from a class, from hearing it from a friend. A money-related piece of advice that completely changed the way you think and your views around money, and you feel would be very, very beneficial for our viewers to be able to implement in their lives. It can be anything, budgeting, anything that you feel that you have learned that changed the game for you around money.
I could probably start.
Yes.
It was spend money.
Yeah.
I never used to understand why would you say that, because we grow up and we're told save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money.
Yes.
But the principle of spending money, it could either be generous giving, money given will always find its way back to you. I don't understand how that works. I don't understand how that principle works and whatever, but funny enough, you find it like that. If you're generous with your money, it will also be generous in finding its way back to you. It always does that. It's also kind of like also spending money. It's not just also giving away, but it's also using your money to do other things. If you hold your money, if you hold your penny like this, and I come and look for you tomorrow, you'll still have the same penny.
Yeah.
But if you went and you bought something and then you sold it for 2 pennies, your money has multiplied. Do you remember the parable of the
yes,
of the
that
talents.
one, of the talents. It works the same way with money. If you spend your money, if you use money, you will generate more money.
Yeah.
So that really changed how I thought about money, because for me, growing up, so you remember I told you that I used to have 2 monies and whatever. The goal was save as much. But I realized growing up that saving will not make its way into generational wealth for me. I needed to spend my money in other avenues so that it can open more doors for other things and multiply itself. Yeah.
Nice. That's a very not controversial but a new take. Yeah. It's a new way to look at it.
But even in economic savings, remove money from the economy. Funny enough, investments do. Government spending does. Taxes remove. So savings, when people save a lot of money, there's no money circulating
in the economy.
So what happens is they start reducing the interest rate on those savings accounts,
which is what is happening to MMFs right now.
Because everyone is holding on to money, But if they want you guys to remove money from, they'll now put very good interest rates so that you can. There's too much money now.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting.
Yes. But to answer something I've learned about money, one, people are money. That's what I'm learning, at least in my line of business. People are money. Even, for example, and goodwill goes a long way. If
big name.
No, goodwill in terms.
Big names in bias at the end of the day.
Goodwill in terms of, I've seen your service, you've seen my service. You can be able to offer that service, and I'll pay you. I'll raise an invoice that I can pay in 30 days. So I'm saying people are money. The people you talk to, the people you network with, the people who are around you. Okay, so now you look at everyone as money, but they have a very important role to play in terms of how you're able to make ends meet. And for me, that's my biggest lesson. People are money, regardless of where they stand in society. Because, for example, you'll go somewhere and think, what does a watchman have to offer me? But that's the person who'll chanua you about, huku kifanya hivi na hivi, bosi anapenda hivi. Straight in. And you've made your money there simply because you talked to someone who is junior to you, but they give you insights that's
very invaluable insights.
So for me, something I'm learning, people are
money.
Yeah. And don't underestimate anyone. For example, I got a gig from Sonia. Now, if I was not friends with Sonia,
you wouldn't get one.
I wouldn't have gotten a gig.
Yeah.
True. So people are money.
People are money. Nice. Especially for people in business.
Don't isolate yourself. Isolation works. No one knows what you're doing. No one can say anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
And also, this is a different one. Don't be afraid to ask for the big money.
Yeah.
Listen, if hope you are speaking, ask for it.
Yeah.
There is money. Let me not lie to you. There is money.
Yeah.
There is money. One thing I've learned, money is there.
Money is equal.
Money is
you
there.
just need to extract it from people's pockets, the right pockets.
Money, for sure.
Yeah.
Money is there.
And you actually come to realize that people don't feel the pinch when they actually see the value that you offer. People pay for the value that the service you're receiving. They don't feel the pinch. So that is why it's very important to harness your craft so well. Because if people see value in it,
They
won't
will
even
pay
grumble. They will pay
without
for it.
batting an eyelid. That's a fact. I think for me, my money thing, I have quite a number, but I'll just focus on the ones that has come to my mind. I learned this from Mark, our future billionaire. Mark for sure is going. That
He's gonna
man,
be a rich
that's gonna be a rich man. I was just talking the other day, and I think because me, I'm just generally a bit of an emotional person. Everything for me is emotional, even money. But he was saying, he just said a very normal thing. He's like, at the end of the day, you need money to just run your life, to pay your bills.
Yeah.
So you can't be too picky about how you make money. Meaning, I don't mean you do unethical things or you do dirty things, but you need to realize at the end of the day, money it's important. It's extremely important for you to just run your life. So even if you hate your job, or even if you're struggling in your business, you need that money. So you put aside your emotions and you do whatever you need to do to be able to. And then money is dignity. Because money offers you choice.
Yeah.
Money is dignity, but you don't necessarily need the dignity to get it.
I'll say money is choice. In terms
Money
of,
is
I'll
choice.
either
That's
do
what
an Uber
exactly.
or nifinyane kwa matatu.
Yeah.
But
And
you don't necessarily, if I went and nikafanya kazi kwa mjengo na nikapata hiyo pesa,
Yeah.
you see, mimi ni wakili.
In fact,
nilikuwa
I'll respect you all the more.
Yes.
I'll be like, hey, madam.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly the point. And money enables you to be able to walk out even of certain situations because it's not just the luxuries. That's a component, fine, but money is freedom and choice in a way that you can even walk out of undignifying situations. Sometimes very many people stay bound even in very toxic even relationships because you have not a cent to yourself. So you'll allow yourself to be battered
Let's
blue.
not even go for lift yenyewe tu.
Yeah.
Lift.
Sasa guy kwanza kuna situation ilifanyika tu juzi, unakumbuka hiyo?
No, back on lift.
Now you can't even you have to stay with somebody mwenye gari mpaka 11 pm. Wewe ulikuwa umesikia usingizi 6 jioni. No, but seriously, yeah, so money is it's many things and it's important, and we trust God to give us avenues and stuff like that to make wealth. And the other thing is I'd say is to just educate yourself. Educate yourself on how to make more money, one, and also invest into learning about money.
Yes.
Spend money to learn about money.
Yes.
You get what I mean?
It is a worthwhile investment.
It's a worthwhile investment because I know right now I'm saving for Just Ivy's what is it called? She has this
That masterclass on
it's 30K. That's not money that I can say that I'll just dispense of it right now, but I'm saving towards it actively because I want to learn how to pick up all the knowledge I have and gain more insights. You even get access to a wealth manager. People think you need to be a millionaire. You and your 100,000 that you have worked 6 years to save, there's a way, and you've just stuffed it somewhere. You need access to these resources to be able to make your money achieve its full potential for yourself. And so spend money to learn about money, so that you can be able to grow yourself and gain certain freedoms. Like right now, we're in a very beautiful place.
Oh, magnificent.
You need money to be in places like this.
Yes.
So it's not the glorification. I know the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, but money is an important thing. It facilitates a lot of things. It provides you some comfort. It also gives you a lot of dignity and choice. So be very intentional in your in the age of where we are, where there's a lot of information online and there's access to it. Don't be the one who is now clueless and now
Unaweka pesa kwa mattress.
exactly unaweka pesa ama kwa bank account.
Yeah.
Saizi kama pesa yako iko kwa bank account, please do better.
Yeah.
Tuende sako jamani.
Yeah, heri.
But hapana walikuwa na scandal.
Heri.
It honestly doesn't make sense. And I just wanted to add something to what you have said,
Yeah.
just on specifically that point, because some people would come here and start saying, oh, you people, it's like you're glorifying money a lot. Even the Bible itself says, if you don't work, you don't eat. When the Bible says that, it doesn't mean ati working alafu you're given food generally. It means in this day and age, working for us looks like you go, you are paid. With that money is what you can afford to buy your food.
Exactly.
So you actually need to apply yourself.
Yes.
And
Plus
get
work is
paid.
godly.
Yeah.
It is.
So
There's
we're
no
not to
laziness
glorify. We're
anywhere.
not to glorify. But if you actually want to live a comfortable life, then you had better put in the work. And putting in the work means spending to be able to learn about how to multiply your money.
Exactly.
It means you taking on worthwhile investment opportunities and even job opportunities that you don't necessarily like, but you're capable of doing, so that you can be able to make ends meet.
Exactly. And it's in different skills. Don't ever compare and be like, okay, ya huyu ni mingi. Ya. Even if you're earning 5K a month, there's a way you can multiply that 5K to be 7.5. There's a way.
Yes.
There's always a way. Just be able to think outside of the box so that don't be too content or too unaanza kujihurumia, unajua this is my status. No. If you can envision bigger for yourself, it's accessible and it's reachable for you. Yeah. So parting shot quickly. Me, I think I have said everything I have to say. Do you have any?
There's money to make out there. So
Yeah.
invest wisely.
Invest wisely and ask for the big money.
That's what I'm learning. Ask for the big money. I'm still learning. Ask for the big money.
Mr. Businessman. Hope?
I'll definitely say don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Diversify.
Diversify as much as you can. And if you can be able to start making money out of your transferable skills and your giftings, please do.
Yes.
Oh, please do. Just make it supplement your 8 to 5 and
Exactly.
any other job that you have. If you can be able to actually have like 5 things running, it's a principle that even King Solomon said in the Bible, that it's okay to diversify. It's good to diversify. Start with an area of focus, and then what you make from there, use that to now diversify your income. You see what I'm saying? Don't start by diversifying because you don't even know what you're good at.
Yeah, that's
Start
not the
by
way
first
to
of all
work.
finding a way of focus. What you get, the profits you get from there, that is what you use to diversify.
Yes.
See how that works wonders for you.
Yes. My parting shot is, even if you're in campus, please ask your parents or whoever, open an MMF account. Just open a money market. Start putting your money in a place where, I can see you want to say something.
Yes.
Start putting your money in a place where it compounds. Even if it's 2K, there's no minimum amount. Whatever savings you have, put it in an MMF. Wait and see 10 years from now. You'll calculate that interest and you'll really be up. So just open. Go to the newspaper. Okay, I know you guys don't read newspapers. But at the back, there's a list of all the MMFs and their percentages. Choose one, a credible one, which has like especially the ones linked to banks or to strong institutions. Open an
Steady.
MMF. Put every shilling that you have there. Let your money compound.
Let your money
I'm sure
compound.
it's not a savings option.
What?
Mshwari ukisikia tu kununua kitu unatoa tu chichi na una spend.
Hey.
Also,
Exactly.
economically, we argue, get something that has an interest rate that's above inflation.
Yeah.
Then your money actually
Yes.
grows.
Thank you for
Inflation
that,
can't
economist.
be 8%.
And your
And your
Interest
interest
rate
rate
is
is
7%.
7%.
Yeah.
You're not earning anything.
You're not
What
earning
is
a
that? In
thing.
fact, if at all, it's taking away
It's
from you.
taking.
The value of your money has gone down. I wanted to add something when you talked about campus students. When I was in campus, I started a business of selling jewelry. I didn't care that I was a law student, that I'm studying law, and huku nje nakuanga jina ingine kubwa sana ya kimataifa, it even shakes grounds. I was selling jewelry. I was like, I'd go to Masai Market, I'd buy a few things, and I'd sell them in my networks and in my circles. Try these things and start learning money disciplines. It really taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about making my money, being keen and open to spotting opportunities, and also just being able to keep myself busy, because it allows you the time that you'd probably be sleeping and doing I don't know what, you're able to make value for that time. And you also get to make worthwhile networks while you're at that. So find something that you can do. You are not too precious to do dignified work that can earn you money. Yeah.
Awesome. I think on that note, we close this money conversation there. See you next time on the Vineyard podcast.
Bye-bye.
Bye.